So we have over here this really cute game, and it's called Spectracube. And first I want to point out the box. You know, it's got this great magnetic closure. Hear that? You open it up, and the cubes, because this is a cube game, it's all in a bag. Open, close, so easy. Let's look at some of the cubes. Oops, gotta open it first. Let's look at some of the cubes, and they're just colored cubes, colored dice, really easy. Then you have this cutout, and you have the reference cards here, and you have all the game cards. One feature I want to point out, first of all, as you can see, there are tons of games in here. But the best feature I like is, let's say, you know, kids are having a play date, just tell them, hey, which game do you want to play? Let them quickly look at which game interests them, and then, you know, your kid will go over and say, okay, let's play You Score. Now, what I love, I'm going to show you two ways how to play the game. First, I'm going to show you is one using the card, and one my own version. So, You Score is actually quite a simple game. You take 6 primary colors. For our sake, I'm going to use 3. And we kind of look at this, you know, the scoring card below, and here's how we have fun with math. So I usually like to start with 3 because not all the kids can add, or what we call the properties, with such big numbers. So we kind of roll the dice, and I have here an orange, a green, and a blue. So I'd have the kids would first do addition. The orange is 100 points. They'd have to do 100. Then they'd go to the green, and the green is 400. So 100 plus 400 is 500. And then they'd find the blue, and it's 50. So you have 450 points. The key is they do this in their heads. Using this scorecard, the kids have to do mental math. Now again, I like to start with 3 because it's simple, it's easy, and it doesn't overwhelm the kids. And again, 400, and they just keep rolling. And now they'll add up the points again, but this time they'll take the 450 plus this new number that they did in their head, and now I would give them a whiteboard or a paper or something. So we're combining the mental math with the longer numbers. Now, as your kids do advance in math, feel free to use multiplication, because again, the whole point is that the kids are having fun with the colors. At the same time, they're using the scorecard that is put out, you know, by Funny Bone, and they're kind of using it to advance their math skills, both mental math versus, you know, written math. Once they get up to the multiplication, the numbers might be too large to do multiplication with the first number and the second number. So I would suggest that they kind of add the numbers together, so they keep on reviewing addition as doing multiplication. So this game is really great for just you know, math. Why not mix colors and math? The next game I did come up with, kind of using some of the ideas I did read, you know, with the other games, because there are a lot of them. But the next one, I was a little bit inspired by a review I did on Spectrix. I'm going to leave the link to that below, because Spectrix is another great game. But just as kind of like a color game, both of them, you know, they have 2 sets. They say primary and secondary. I'm really going to go with bold and pastel, because they're really not primary and secondary colors. Now, I just rolled 2 dice, and we go every, I guess, for how many, you know, dice you have, and kind of to match the color. So I would do 3 turns because I'm only using 3 sets. So the first set, I had a match. The second set is no match, and then the third set, is 2 purples. So in that case, I got 2 out of 3. So a little bit of fractions there, a little bit of colors there. And then you go again. The next player goes, and they just keep going on. And there we go. I got 1. Go again. This is a very close one. You see, some kids can't mix that up. I almost did, but, you know, it's not it. 2 and 3. And then again. So I got, and I would like to even use, depending on the kids, a little bit of fraction. So if I got 2 out of 3 and I got 1 out of 2, well, which one is higher? So obviously the one who has 2 out of 3 wins. And so you're using fractions, and when you have more, you know, when you add more dice to the game, you kind of give it a little challenge. So, you know, this game is a lot of fun. Colors are fun, dice are fun. Spectracube is It's a lot of fun. That's all I could say. This is a really, really well thought out game. I love everything about it. There's so many more games, you know. There's Spectra Slam, there's Greedy Grab, Spectacular Shuffle and Blotch Out. There was, I think, another one, Stay Behind. Oh, there's some more behind. Rummy Roll. It's fun for kids of all ages. You know, if you have family game night and the little ones, the toddlers even can join in with the older kids. And the best thing about it is clean up, plop in the bag. Whoop, there we go. Shut it and you are done. Fun for everyone, easy cleanup, and who could ask for anything more? This is actually part of doing research and education lately. Check out my Patreon page below and just let me know what you think. We're all here for education for kids. I've dedicated my life to seeing how much fun kids can have through play, because you know what? I like to play. Why shouldn't kids, you know, be involved in play? Just want to point out, make sure there's one layer of dice. That is the slightly annoying part when you put it up. One layer, good to go. And if you like this video, want to see more educational tips or games or just fun things to have with education, let me know in the comment box below. And if you like this video, feel free to subscribe. I'm here for, you know, the kids in my research class. I'm here for your kids, and when kids are playing, well then I'm happy and they're learning. So who could ask for anything more? Happy playing. Let me know what you think.